Alright. So I don't know if Tristan's gonna give me a quest, but he is now standing right next to the doorway with his arms crossed, which usually means they want to talk to you. We'll see.
Commander, a moment of your time, if you would.
Yep. Got it. Oh, well, I didn't even see he had the bubble, speech bubble above him.
Commander, I'm glad I managed to intercept you before we left. There's something of utmost importance I wish to discuss.
If I have sneak or lockpick, I didn't do it.
Relax, Commander. You are not under my authority to judge. Though if you were, that phrase alone would have certainly seen you hauled off to mental refreshment. I received a message from a close friend of mine, Virgil. He was my co-protege under the Supreme Arbiter. His message claimed he had information relevant to the Supreme Arbiter's death. He wishes to meet with me at the v.a.l.e.r.i.e on Paradise Island. You asked before, and I did not mention it. But with Virgil's message, I now must warn you. Our greatest suspect in the Supreme Arbiter's murder is the Protectorate's consul.
Why is the consul your biggest suspect?
Our mentor always disdained him thoroughly, and he our mentor. If anyone would have had reason to slay her, it would have been him. But we have needed evidence. Evidence that I believe Virgil now possesses.
How close were you and Virgil exactly?
I would gladly give my life for his without hesitation, and he for mine. We are brothers beyond blood. It has been some time since the two of us last crossed paths, but little shall have changed between us. Of this, I have no doubt.
All right, are you sure your co-protege can be trusted?
If there is one person throughout all of Arcadia who I can presently trust, it is Virgil. He, too, seeks the perpetrator of the Supreme Arbiter's death, and he, too, supports the Sovereign over all else. And that's without mentioning our lifelong friendship.
Okay, well, if you two work so well together, why isn't he here with you? Why don't I have a bigger crew?
It was actually his suggestion we divide and conquer. As our operational philosophies differ ever so slightly, this seemed a good plan. Virgil often prefers to watch rather than act, and was often lenient with sentencing where I was not. This behavior was often criticized by the Supreme Arbiter, but there have been occasional rare instances where treating a subject with mercy ultimately resulted in better behavior. It is a novel, albeit strange, philosophy.
I mean, yeah, you tend to get more answers when you aren't beating the shit out of people. Well, I look forward to meeting him.
Very good. I hope we shall see him at your earliest convenience. I feel this shall most certainly set our investigation into motion.
Okay. That adds listening for a clue as a quest.
I hope Virgil has been doing well since last I saw him. Well, we shall find out together. Certainly. I consider myself an open tome.
Tell me more about your relationship with Virgil.
Virgil and I are just as close as any blood-related set of individuals. He is a true and able ally, one to be relied upon in almost any circumstance. We make extremely effective compatriots. Where I am swift to action, Virgil often contemplates his deeds before they come to pass. I fear this war favors myself more than him. It's a shame there may only be one Supreme Arbiter. I would enjoy continuing to work beside Virgil. But alas, it is not to be.
Okay. The thing is, the Vox relay on Paradise Falls is gone. Listening for a clue. Tristan has received a message from his old co-protege Virgil, asking him to meet at the Vox relay on Paradise Island. Perhaps he may have a lead on the Supreme Arbiter's true murderer. Can I not listen to that message? Nope. So how did you get the message? Did you delete it after? Okay. Well, Tristan, I never take you out. So let's do your quest first. Because it's also on a planet I've already visited, so it'll be a bit easier. So now, who do I take? It would be funny to take Marisol, because she's the enemy of the Protectorate. I mean, I guess so is Auntie's choice, and so is the cult.
Let us make our way to Paradise Island at once. Do I detect a spot of muck on my armor? I shall make a note to cleanse that at my next free moment. Speak freely.
Okay. So I won't be bringing a healer though. I'm gonna bring Marisol. Just because I'm hoping there's some dialogue where they're like, what the fuck is this doing here? It's Granny and brother. Okay, so you want to go to the v.a.l.e.r.i.e, which is technically gone, but it got launched into space and then it fell back down. After I put in all that work to frickin' save what's-his-face. Just for him to die. Trespassing? Everyone's dead.
Stop right there, Arbiter Ralph. Though I am here on official business, I would prefer to keep this cordial. The Consul seeks answers related to your recent activities. I approach you openly in the hopes that you will comply with his request and come with me peaceably.
What do you blather about? Delay me and you will pay the price. Not only do I have more pressing business with a colleague, but I do not answer to Sentinels or the Consul.
All right, I'll bite. What questions do you have?
Questions of intent. Now, what shall it be, Arbiter Rao? I sent the message that drew you here. Virgil shall not arrive to aid your decision-making.
Virgil's not coming, you say? Curious. And here I was thinking I was already present.
Virgil! Touting your flair for the dramatic, even now I see. But I fear our reunion must wait until we've dealt with this pawn of the Consul.
I had not expected a third party, but it is so much the better. I'm afraid you must come with me as well, Arbiter Montag.
A sentinel demanding anything of me? What madness! Neither Tristan nor I shall accompany you anywhere. Any attempts to force us shall be met with violent reprisal.
Okay. I mean, that is true. Well, the Sentinel said he sent the message to meet here. How did you know where we'd be?
I'm sure he only told you such a thing to lower your guard. All the easier to slide a blade between your ribs. This fool impersonated my credentials, triggering a system alert that led me here. A lowly deception, even for one of the Consul's own.
It was a necessary deception, and one not undertaken lightly. Its aim was to draw your colleague here without bloodshed, for I know he would not have arrived at my request.
All right, every time I let them talk so they can do their dialogue, their spiel, so.
Your explanation does not pull my heartstrings, Sentinel. Yet you at least had the sense not to assail us outright. Surrender, and perhaps you may yet live.
You may not believe me, but I have much admiration for the work you and Arbiter Montag have done for the Protectorate. I've no wish to fight. Enough loyal subjects have died in this war. Come willingly and peaceably, I beseech you.
What actions does Tristan have to explain? I thought arbiters acted with impunity.
Both Arbiter Rao and Arbiter Montag were explicitly requested to return to Praetor by the Consul, alongside all other arbiters some months ago. Refusal without reason is treasonous.
And I'm sure that if we went, we would have been returned whole, neither interrogated nor mentally refreshed. As if your master's nefarious agenda would allow that.
I've no inkling of what you speak. My only master is the Protectorate. My only agenda, the return of peace throughout Arcadia.
I can whisper to Tristan, if you want this to end peacefully, follow my lead.
Very well. But be warned, I'm not exactly trained in the art of improvisation. We'll need a very good reason for my not answering the Consul's summons.
Okay. A good reason. I don't think it's their job to rescue people, but I do have science. But I also just have the speech. Do I want to admit to being a criminal? Wait, I'm above everyone in this colony. I am an Earth Directorate. Can I not just say, I'm an Earth Directorate, I've commissioned Tristan to follow me as I'm exploring. Therefore, I outrank you guys. He has to follow my orders. Don't blame him. Why is that not an option? I never get to use my science checks. I mean, I do, but not as much. Do I want to say I'm a criminal, or do I want to blame Auntie's choice? I'm actually a criminal. Arbiter Rao has been tracking. He's shown me the error of my ways.
Come now, do you expect me to believe that? Not only are you not in shackles, but you're also still alive. I can't imagine Arbiter Rao would have allowed that willingly.
I was leading him to my criminal hideout until you stopped us.
Yes, we were going to find their stash of contraband Protectorate rations, with all the labels crossed out. Architect preserve us.
I see. It would appear I misjudged this situation after all. I must reinterpret my orders. Accosting you illegally and the subsequent punishment would be mortifying.
So he's chosen not to attack, but the situation has not changed. We spare him. His master gains another tool to cover up the Supreme Arbiter's death.
What are you talking about? I do not seek to hide the Supreme Arbiter's death. I seek to find her killer. Such was next on my list of duties after I apprehended you.
All right. That's convenient. Don't suppose you'd consider working alongside this guy, Tristan?
No. My earlier reluctance to kill this sentinel does not denote trust. There's no guarantee he wouldn't attempt to arrest us at a later point.
This is all clearly a tactic on the Consul's behalf. By sending out his agents, he seeks to deflect suspicion from himself. That is, if our compatriot here speaks true.
What must you think of me, or my fellow sentinels, that you'd even suggest I'd lie to arbiters? I'm not the one positing scurrilous accusations about our beloved Consul. But you needn't take me at my word. My next assignment was to investigate the Oculus collating post. A hidden room there may contain information pertinent to the investigation.
Ah, hidden room, eh? Even the Protectorate's got things they don't want seen.
I cannot speak to its purpose, only that it is strange and worthy of investigation.
Or it is yet another falsity, intended to draw us close before snapping our necks.
It's a risk worth taking. I can endure whatever the Consul sends my way, and if there is a minuscule chance that this sentinel speaks true, we must investigate.
I'm pleased to be of service, in some manner or another. Protectorate subjects should aid one another.
All right, you seem awfully pleased for someone about to report a failure to their boss.
If you had not interrupted me, I would have committed a terrible injustice upon my brethren. If I am to be punished for my failing, I will suffer the consequences head high. I will take my leave of the lot of you, and in peace. It is my sincere hope that circumstances are as you claim, lest we be forced to meet again.
I shall follow him out, just to certify he intends to act as he speaks.
Trying not to make comments here about predictions.
That's done with. He left peaceably, as he said, though I have my doubts for how long.
That was some impressively savvy improvisation before, Commander. Without you, circumstances would have certainly devolved into a battle to the death.
I have a professor check. Fun fact, most lesson plans are contrived around 16 seconds before classes start.
I'll spare you my doubts for the umpteenth time, Tristan. I just hope the risk is worthwhile.
I appreciate your caution, but it is quite unnecessary. My comrade and I will look into Oculus collating post.
Have you been to this place before?
Yes, but never for long, and it's been many years. I also have no recollection of any hidden room, so we may have some hunting to do. I regret we've not had more time to talk, Virgil. It has been ages.
Worry not. I'm certain we'll have plenty of time to converse when you've finished your investigation. I have several leads of my own to pursue, as a matter of fact. Until our paths cross again, my friend.
Okay.
I shall make certain no other puppets of the console yet seek us. On your way.
I've only visited Oculus collating post a handful of times, and that was long before its deprecation. But something is to be found there. I'm sure of it.
Sounds good.
Certainly. I consider myself an open tome. Virgil, it's a shame there may only...
Okay. I got a bad feeling about Virgil. I know I said I wasn't gonna predict things, but because I'm looking around, I just felt like I needed to have an explanation. I think he killed him. He killed the Sentinel. So I'm just seeing if there's a corpse lying somewhere. You know, just as something to give it away. Yeah, I really do need to just stop thinking things, stop predicting things. Just let it happen, you know? Those are the corpses that were already there. Wait, what? Was that already there? Or was that new? All right, where are we going, guys? The Oculus collating post. Trying to remember where my ship is. Okay, here it is. I don't remember.
I am prepared. Speak freely.
All right. If it's on Cloister, I'll take a break. Well, you won't see it, but it's on a planet I haven't gone to yet. Nope, it's its own thing, which is good. The Oculus Collating Post. This space station was once used by the Protectorate to collate seditious speech and mete out judgments accordingly. It was shuttered years ago, largely obsolete in the face of new subject monitoring technologies. Sedition. Do I not have a storage bin to put items in? I don't. Okay, fine. We'll just store everything that isn't in my hand. And then just pull the legendaries back out because it moves. Oh my god. It's just so annoying that it does that. I guess I don't need all the legendary ones now. I just don't have the time right now to read all their effects to know which ones I want to bring with me. Good enough for now. What's my... Where's my carry weight? Is that something I don't get to know? It's fine for now. I won't. I'll remember to read the special abilities of all the stuff I have later. But what I do actually need to check is, did it unequip anything?
I recall this place. These stations have been automated since my day, though this one has certainly accrued dust. Odd that it would be in a state of lockdown. I have a general override that should allow us entry, but anything specific to local systems, including security systems, may be beyond me. What in blazes? These security measures should not be operational, and the station seems to be on reserve power. We'd best tread carefully.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and turn this off. We don't need this. Oh! Okay. Don't need that in my life. So Tristan's ability is triggering and telling me there's something in front of me. This? No? Tristan, what are you pointing at? What are you telling me about? What did that tell me? Nothing showed up. What? His ability pointed something out, but there's nothing there. Is it in the room below us? Wait, there's another one. I don't know what it's trying to point out. The audio cutting out there too. But there were 4 of something in this room. Maybe it was landmines, but because I blew the thing up, because I blew that up, it got rid of the landmines. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so if I didn't have the high enough lockpick, I could have gone around. It would have just cost me a security thing. Okay. Trench gun. Override security, entry security, and unseal the central processing. The latest announcement. With the inception of our new line of listening posts, I have heard some mutterings that this outpost no longer requires the presence of its dutiful tenders. And that we shall all soon find ourselves replaced with automated systems and sent to serve the Protectorate elsewhere. It's getting replaced by AI. Do not allow these rumors to bring about idleness. Be sure to replicate the data you are tasked with managing. What is innocent today may be seditious tomorrow. Docking logs. Make sure you guys are keeping logs of your docking. Okay? Error, docking log purged. Dang it, now we don't know who's been docking. If this was due to a malfunction, please contact a technician. If this was due to malfeasance, please contact an arbiter. Wait, wasn't there more stuff on here that I now lost access to? Or was that it? Oh, you know what I did put up? A biomass weapon. I don't have a single one on me because I haven't found a unique one yet. But those things are really good at blowing through armor. Okay, so I still don't know what you pointed out. My guess is landmines. Is that blood or rust?
Well, no one is here, lying in ambush. Perhaps some stray systemic error activated the entryway defenses. We'd best first report to security ops. Lift this lockdown. From there, we can set about reactivating the station's primary power, which will allow us to explore unhindered.
Sounds good. Sec ops. Okay, because there are 2 dragoon. No, that's not a dragoon. There is a dragoon. And a wasp. And a destroyed dragoon. It shit itself, bro. Okay. I think I've already looked, but I don't have a flashlight, from what I remember.
Is that a footprint in the dust? This station shouldn't have received visitors in years. Be on guard. Someone else may be here.
Where? Where are you seeing a footprint in the dust? I'm seeing someone flung shit on the walls. Okay, security is upstairs.
It seems our intelligence was correct. There's clearly a door here, and I would hazard that we'll be able to open it somewhere on station.
Any thoughts where we might look?
We should make sure the station is at full power. If there's an override, that's the only way it will work. Let us go. I feel a strange sense of nostalgia being here, and I do not enjoy it.
Sounds good, Tristan. That is a terrible place to hide your secret door. It's just a blank wall that literally screams, check behind me. Door's barred shut. Okay, there's one dragoon inside. We are potentially about to wake up. Why did I just hear papers ruffle? Dusty chalkboard. This chalkboard is a hodgepodge of half-erased, I thought I was going to say half-assed, statements, notes, and scribbles, all layered on top of one another. It's difficult to make out anything legible, let alone useful. Well, I've got an observation of 4, so read between the lines. Peering amid the myriad marks on the blackboard's surface, you spot a phrase written in so tight a scrawl you initially mistook it for a single straight chalk marking. Mechanicals can't play pitchball. Is that a reference? After all this, it's just a reference to Shaun of the Dead. Dogs can't look up. Is that what it's saying? Or no, is that a Fallout reference? Protectrons can't drive golf carts? Is that what it was? It's hard to tell what that's supposed to be a reference to, but I'm pretty sure it's a reference. Core carapace.
My passcode shall not work on this terminal. Unlocking it may be a creative endeavor.
I'd smack it with a hammer. Shiny servo, an officer's regalia Mark III. Oh, I thought that was legendary. It's just basic. This gets me to a workbench, though. That's its only purpose. Fuel. Fuel? Okay, that robot's out somewhere. Facility lockdown. Facility status lockdown. Override facility lockdown. Lockdown lifted. Reactor room unsealed. Sealing security room as precautionary measure. Okay. Enter a passphrase to unseal the room. Note, improper passphrases will result in a reprisal from automated defenses. Room will be unsealed afterward to allow custodians to retrieve your corpse. So, I either fight the robots or I just leave and sneak out the door, or I hack it to get bonus experience.
Good effort lifting the lockdown. We may now reactivate the station in the reactor room.
Oh, I can't force the robots out also to get the experience from killing them. Really no flashlight? Why did I just hear another door open? A second Officer's Regalia Mark III. Are these urinals? The dripping sound does not seem like it's coming from here. Hold on. Is there a flashlight? Okay, that's broken red glass. That's a live sprat. Whereas all the other sprats have been
The
dead.
reactor activation circuits shall likely be dysfunctional. It's a known issue with these old stations. Let me look. Corroded transistors, dust in the actuator. Did a sprat gnaw on this? Sweet sovereign, what a mess. There. I think I have it. Let us hope my override does not trigger any security alerts.
Okay. There's the helmet to go with the Mark III uniforms I found. So if you want to play dress up as a... Oh, Breath of the Sovereign Silver. Breath of the Sovereign Silver. I think I've already have that, don't I? No, I had copper. Restore power.
Good. This should avail us of a much simpler search. Let us return to the central room once more and see if anything seems out of place.
Sounds good.
I shall not stay your execution.
Oh, I thought the one behind us got up. It didn't.
Still girding my strength.
Locking them down. Torpification in progress.
Electrical dampeners failing.
I cannot say I have had to search for a hidden switch in a protectorate holding before. Keep watch. It could be rather small and well hidden.
Kind of like... I forgot his name. The leader of the protectorate. Kind of small and well hidden. Who killed this one? Was it... I don't think we killed that one.
Ah, I think I've spotted it. Look there at the valve beside the sickly yellow pipe. There behind the room's main pillar.
You mean the obvious button that's right there? I was just trying to loot, but I guess I took too long for him. Oh, never mind. That's not the button, even though that has been a button every other time. This valve is what we're using. Okay.
There. I'm certain of movement below. Gird yourself with determination, for it seems I was correct about another body being here.
Did I gird myself enough? Hope I girded. Just trying to make sure I'm girding, bro. About to gird.
Passcode is limber. No. Let's try amulet. No. Wingtip. No. Sovereign's gavel. I should remember this. Damn it.
Did you try ambergris?
Ambergris can't be it. That's too short for a facility like this. Wait. Oh, no.
Of the strategies of feigning innocence I have seen, this is certainly the most pathetic. I accuse you of trespassing upon the private domain of the Sovereign. For these crimes... Wait, I know you. Luther Okada? What in blazes are you doing here? And why do you wear a Sub Rosa uniform?
Because I work for Sub Rosa? More than that, I don't think I can say, Cadet Rao. Mostly because I'm not supposed to, but also because I can't remember.
Cadet Rao. Tristan, you know this guy?
Okada is, or was, a petty troublemaker, though a crafty one. As cadets, Virgil and I apprehended him often. Sometimes Virgil let him go, but he usually went to mental refreshment.
Often enough to know the technicians by name. Until I forgot them again.
This truly is no ploy. But mental refreshment is supposed to return wayward subjects to the proper path, not cause whatever this is. Despite his faults, the Okada I knew was ultimately benign. But the fact remains that he now trespasses in a secure facility. Duty dictates that I must execute him.
Nah, man. Sub Rosa, though. We should interrogate him, see if he knows anything.
That's a wise path. One that shall give me time to contemplate what must be done.
An arbiter used the word execute in the last few seconds, yet I remain alive? Didn't think that was possible.
All right, well. What do you remember about Tristan, if anything?
He and the other one must have put me away close to 12 times each. I used to be something of a ne'er-do-well.
Ne'er-do-well is a polite term. He was a repeat malefactor. I believe last time we met, he'd vandalized a janitorial automech in an attempt to make it spew profanity.
I got 18 months of hard labor for that. Served me right.
Oh, okay, fine. Brilliant. I have a theory. Whoever hired Okada for this job didn't know about his mind.
That's interesting. But it must be false. Sub Rosa is a large organization. Whoever asked for Okada must have wanted him specifically. But why?
I didn't used to be like this. I can still sneak with the best of them. Not being able to remember doesn't make me any worse as an agent. It doesn't.
Any of my fellow arbiters would have killed you before this conversation began. But I can't decide whether to disdain or pity you.
All right, what exactly were you supposed to do here?
I was sent here to do a specific job, but some of the details are hazy. Gives me conniptions.
All right, well, I can tell you're not stupid. If you want to live, you need to talk.
I was hired by an anonymous third party. They provided me with the station's location and credentials to bypass its defenses. May have tripped a few on my way here. Can't recall. I was told the station was abandoned, which it clearly isn't, and to break into this terminal and delete the information on it. That is all I know.
Got a hack check. Looks like an easy terminal to break into. I'm surprised you had so much trouble.
Well, I'm surprised too. This used to be second nature. Now I'm nothing.
Ignorance does not excuse criminal action. Even if you did not know the severity of this infiltration, it remains a deadly serious infraction.
No, we're gonna let him go because that'll pay off in the later run for Sub Rosa. Plus, Tristan doesn't need to kill him. All right, I've made my decision. I think we should let him go.
I don't know that I can. He is a trespasser. His slipping mind matters not.
Sure, leader, I'm asking you to trust me here. That is what we used with Niles. So intent should matter, but it doesn't matter for the Protectorate. They don't care about the intent. If you're wrong, you're wrong. We established that Okada is a pawn in someone else's game. What would killing him serve?
My duty dictates it. Killing Okada may not affect the one who hired him, but his trespass is an indelible fact. He should not be here.
Should we? Technically, we're also trespassing, aren't we?
That doesn't mean anything. An arbiter cannot trespass. And even if I could, I still act with the Protectorate's best interests in mind. Not out of some base self-interest. Were the situation different, perhaps I could look the other way. But Okada has clearly defected, and is thus not afforded such a luxury.
Okay, but you came here under false pretenses. Doesn't intent matter to you?
I am familiar with the concept, but in the Protectorate, intent matters little. Manslaughter still results in death. Sedition can happen unconsciously, just as it may consciously.
Does the gray area mean anything to you?
Best to punish equally, and damn the no man's land between, even should it catch the occasional straggler. Though this is hardly the place for a discussion about Protectorate law, I do at least see your point.
All right, so the only way is to pass the leadership check. As your leader, I'm asking you to trust me here.
You have my trust. But if I am to remain loyal to my morals, I must be convinced.
Well, I've said my piece. Spare him.
It is fortunate you have gained my trust, or I would not bend to one who had not. Justice must serve a purpose. Okada may live, and I hope we shan't regret it. Be gone. You've been granted your final stay of execution. Should our paths ever cross again, you know what will occur.
I didn't think this would happen. Thank you, Cadet Rao. My apologies for all the strife I caused over the years. And you. Without you, I would have been reduced to my composite parts. Here, take these. I suppose you'll have more use for them than I, in my present state.
How did he get on here?
Allowing a Sub Rosa agent to leave with his life in the heart of a Protectorate station. We may have to speak on this further. But let us see what we came here for first.
I'm disappointed we didn't get a companion for Sub Rosa. I got two for the, ERC Directorate with Niles and v.a.l.e.r.i.e. I would have liked a Sub Rosa person.
Let us proceed with due haste.
Is this supposed to be the matriarch? Because that looks nothing like the matriarch. Okay. Yeah, how did he get on here? There was no other ships when we docked. Terminal locked. Maximum incorrect access attempts reached. Sealing chamber until user identify confirmed by login. Please enter a passcode to verify your login. Self-reminder. Should the code lapse from your memory, recall. Judgment serves as the Arbiter's hammer. What is the Arbiter's scalpel?
The hint pertaining to the passcode on that terminal, I believe I know the answer. It is contained in a phrase the Supreme Arbiter drilled into our heads for many years.
Wait. Let me guess it.
Our work at the refugee camp did not slake your investigative hunger? I doubt you'll be able to surmise it exactly, but come even close, and I shall be impressed. For myself, the Supreme Arbiter, and Virgil especially, if judgment is the Arbiter's gavel, what is the Arbiter's scalpel?
Signed, if it's specific to the three of you, must be evidence gathering or investigation. What? Well, that's what I get to do with brilliant or observation. So the answer is investigation? Is the Arbiter's scalpel?
Ah, you've got the spirit exactly, if not the word itself. Very nice. An Arbiter's gavel is judgment, and an Arbiter's scalpel is analysis. Try entering that.
Okay. I thought I was going to actually get to do something to figure it out, but analysis. The last login was 11 months ago. Messages? To the console from error, empty. Deletion occurred 236 days ago. To Sovereign v.a.l.e.r.i.e, subject the war effort. To my most esteemed sovereign, I message to inform you of the recent casualty estimates of my arbiters. In the last year of fighting, we've lost several thousand of Arcadia's finest. What is that weird noise? This doubles those lost in the first 2 years of fighting together. Each subject taken from us by the Protectorate's enemies has been revenged 100-fold, but the losses continue to mount. I know that whatever pain I feel is only a fraction of that you feel for the losses of your people. He doesn't give a fuck. Didn't he just let his family die? Just as I know that you most assuredly have a plan for the deliverance from our many foes. I urgently await your command, just as I have awaited it each day for the last 3 years. Supreme Arbiter Andrus. Entries. Entry, console visit. The console has requested... Okay, thanks for the experience. The console has requested a meeting with me at my quarters on Praetor. Exact intent uncertain, but no doubt involves some convoluted justification for his latest stratagem. It's as if he can sense when I am both at my busiest and least interested in seeing him. The execution he broadcast of those captured exemplars was barbaric. Were these not once our siblings? Could we not have at least interrogated them, broken them, perhaps impressed a few back into Protectorate service? He is a brute who can only see violence as the solution to every problem. But I know it would be a mistake to ignore a request such as this. Perhaps one of my pupils can handle my duties in my temporary absence. It would be a useful learning experience. Entry, Oculus Collating Post, the place we're at right now. I had never expected it necessary to return to this location after its automation. The Sovereign has assured us that central control is perfectly safe, yet as we saw in Golden Ridge, with the complete withdrawal of our forces some months ago, the old assumptions are so much cosmic dust. This shall be my secondary office, scurrying about like an insect in immensely dishonorable. But if I am killed, I shudder to imagine what would become of my arbiters. Preventing this room's demolition during the retrofitting process was a prudent move. Only I could convince the Sovereign to use the same prudence with committing my arbiters, when committing. But I had best keep thoughts such as that here, where no one else knows to tread. I can only hope the tide of war changes, and soon. Finally, prestige or protege development. Nothing triggered saying that I advanced the plot. My pupils progressed tolerably. Latest experiment, period of unsupervised leave on Bastion for a week. 37 arrests total. 6 executions. Listening devices caught Virgil saying, "The consul's mustache looks like a breadworm." Disappointed at his lack of tact, will need to be severely reprimanded. Should know better than to say that when it could be so easily heard. He's not the only one in need of discipline. Tristan's anger is on a tight leash. His observational acumen is impressive, but he misses details in high-stress situations. He needs to be a better master of himself. Virgil, for his part, keeps steady in dire situations, but he lacks iron. There should have been at least 12 executions this week, but Virgil balked each time he was alone. Perhaps he can gain some of Tristan's mettle. Perhaps Tristan might learn some of Virgil's self-control. I could have swore she was against people just getting killed to be killed, and now she's upset that Virgil's only killing low numbers. The two have become fast friends. Hope this does not hamper them when it comes time for one to prove himself over the other. So I'm guessing they have to fight to the death. Winner becomes the one that's in charge. Arbiter Marthana enters.
From that terminal, it sounds as if the Supreme Arbiter had some sort of business with the Consul. To what end, I wonder? The tone of her response seemed relaxed, but I do not believe she would have met with the Consul unless she had no other choice. And that feckless agent. I don't understand his aim or who he would be working for. Only the Consul. But the Protectorate does not ally itself with Sub Rosa.
Could the Consul have brokered some kind of deal? Seems like he'd have connections.
I couldn't imagine the Consul pinning his duties on someone so clearly out of sorts as our recently departed friend. Besides, he has his own agents. Well, at least we found what we needed on the Supreme Arbiter's terminal. I only hope whatever awaits us at Central Control is less tumultuous. As for Okada, I'm not sure what to think. My decision to allow him to go free was at odds with all I have been taught. He was a traitor and should have died. Yet, I cannot help but feel strangely justified.
Well, mercy feels better than you thought, huh?
My role does not allow for mercy. I am supposed to uphold the Protectorate's laws. How can I claim thus if I allowed a traitor to go free?
I mean, objectively, Okada didn't deserve to die for what he did, and you know it.
Objectively to whom? Damn it! Forget this. Forget it all. I can't allow any specter of doubt to creep into my decisions. Let us list this incident as a fluke and move on. Altogether, I think visiting this station was fruitful for my ultimate task. Hopefully, we'll grow ever closer to discovering the Supreme Arbiter's true killer. And, circumstances aside, I appreciate your accompanying me here, Commander. It means much. Now let us return to the incognito and plan out our next steps.
Right. So we did get the kit when we spared, I guess we killed him. Luther. We got the kit. I still don't know. Was it the footprints? Because I don't see any footprints. But I got an observation 4 times, even though there's nothing here. So I guess it was landmines that would have been there if I didn't blow the circuit.
It would appear our next stop is Praetor, specifically Central Control. I look forward to traveling there, once you've sufficiently prepared.
What's the deal with this place? Should we expect a fight?
Potentially. In the past, the locale was shared equally between us Arbiters and the Consul's Sentinels. However, considering the traitors crawling throughout the rest of Arcadia, I fear what duplicity the Consul may have wrought at Central Control.
All right. Has anything we've discovered changed your theory about the murder?
No. The Sentinel worked on the Consul's behalf. I do note that the agent was an odd wrinkle, but that still does not fly in the face of what I believe.
All right, sounds good. I'll make the necessary preparations.
Excellent. I look forward to it.
That ended the other quest, but started a different one? Casting off the veil? So I guess everyone does have 3. It's just everyone else, when I did their first one, I got their kits. I have to sneeze. Wait, no. Didn't I already? I thought I already had his kit when I did his first mission. Did I not get their kits when I did? So hers I did. When I did her first mission, I got a kit. Her, when I got her unlocking mission, I didn't get a kit. Inez, I didn't get a kit. Tristan, I didn't get a kit. Everyone else, though, when I did their first mission, I got a kit. Okay. And I never noticed because I don't bring Tristan with me. Tristan will do fire damage. Tristan will do electricity. Tristan seems like a fire damage type of guy. Tristan will be immune to shock, will be immune to corrosive. Let's make him immune to corrosive. Holy. Yeah, we'll go with the green. Now we can go back to Inez's mission.